We place priority on our regular customers, not one-off poor and dirty customers like you.
I'm not poor, or dirty for that matter. I'm wearing a fancy suit in line with a dress code.
You call that fancy? Don't make me laugh. Where did you get that hideous suit anyway? Did you get it at a cheap, fast fashion store?
I didn't get it cheap, if that's what you're insinuating.
Trouble Busters!
My name is Alan, and I have a girlfriend named Helen. I plan on proposing to her soon. I wanted my proposal to be romantic, and I had the perfect spot in mind for it. I reserved a fancy Italian restaurant, and this was where I was going to propose to Helen.
I'm so excited to eat here. Why are we going all out today?
I want today to be special for us.
Did you forget about our anniversary?
I had to change the subject so that she wouldn't find out about my marriage proposal. I wanted it to be a surprise. I just thought that it'd be nice to eat at a fancy place for once.
I see. Sounds good to me.
I was relieved that I didn't end up ruining the surprise. I was already sweating from being really nervous. We finally made it to the entrance of the restaurant.
Wow, this place is beautiful. I love it.
Yes, I agree. It's like a castle.
I love the ambiance.
I need to make sure that I don't accidentally blurt out my plans to propose to her tonight. Let's go inside. The restaurant was popular, and it was packed. The place was really busy, and we couldn't have gotten a table without a reservation.
Good evening.
I reserved a table for two.
I see.
The waiter then looked at me up and down. It seemed like he was trying to determine my worth based on what I was wearing. I didn't like it.
Please wait a moment.
And the waiter went off to the back. We were forced to wait at the entrance for several minutes despite our reservation. There should be a table ready for us. Why the wait? Excuse me. The waiter from earlier came back.
Please do not shout, as this will disturb our other customers. Don't you have any manners?
Can we be seated now? We have a reservation, but I've been waiting for some time.
Okay.
The waiter reluctantly showed us to our table. Although I had hoped for a better table, our table was at the back of the restaurant.
We're finally seated.
I don't know why it took so long. I mean, I reserved the table. And that waiter is kind of rude.
Let's not let that waiter ruin our evening. I'm sure things will get better once we start eating.
You're right. Let's order. I loved Helen for being so kind and fun to be with. I called a waiter, and the rude waiter came over. We'll both have the special spring dinner course.
That sounds amazing.
Huh? What do you mean by huh? We'll take the special dinner course. Don't make me read out this complicated menu.
Are you sure? It's one of our expensive menus. I can show you some other menus in your price range.
The waiter was having fun dissing me. No, we'll take the special dinner course.
Our salad is very tasty and not so expensive. Why don't you order this instead?
We said that we want the dinner course. How many times do I have to repeat myself?
Fine, but we also charge for our services, and I expect you to tip generously.
I heard that!
Alan, let's just ignore him. Let's enjoy our time together.
You're right.
Make sure you don't drink the water from the finger bowl by mistake.
He's infuriating.
Calm down, Alan.
The waiter wouldn't leave us alone to enjoy our meal. I had this whole night planned to make it so special. I can't let him ruin it for me. We waited some more, but our food wouldn't arrive. How long are they going to make us wait? I know that we ordered a course, but it can't take this long to prepare.
Maybe they forgot our order?
No, they couldn't have. Let me ask the waiter. It was that waiter again. I had hoped that it wouldn't be him. I had a bad feeling.
What do you need?
We've been waiting for our food to arrive for a long time now. When will it be ready?
And?
What do you mean by and? How long do you expect us to wait?
Can't you see that we're packed tonight?
Still, the other customers have already been served. It doesn't make any sense.
This is not an ordinary restaurant. We serve high-end customers here. We place priority on our regular customers, not one-off poor and dirty customers like you.
I'm not poor, or dirty for that matter. I'm wearing a fancy suit in line with the dress code.
You call that fancy? Don't make me laugh. Where did you get that hideous suit anyway? Did you get it at a cheap, fast fashion store?
I didn't get it cheap, if that's what you're insinuating.
You're out of place here. If you want to eat here, be elegant like our other customers.
He then left our table.
I can't believe he just said that to us. How rude!
I'm sorry, Helen. I shouldn't have reserved this restaurant.
This isn't your fault. You don't need to apologize.
I have a feeling that our food isn't going to arrive after all.
I'm so hungry.
I had planned to propose to Helen at this nice restaurant, but everything was ruined. I hate that waiter's attitude. I won't forgive him. Troublebusters! I called the waiter to our table again. Excuse me!
Didn't I tell you that I'm busy? Don't you have the decency to wait? Where are your manners?
Do you see my credit card? I showed him my credit card.
I do. What about it?
Don't you know what this card is?
No. It's a black card.
Yes, it is. And it's not a fake.
Why would someone like you have a black card? Your parents must have given it to you.
Nope. This card is mine. My name is written on the face of the card.
I can't believe this.
You seem to think that I'm poor, but I own a company, and it's very successful.
I still don't believe you.
Why would I lie about that?
And the battle between the company owner and obnoxious waiter begins.
I'm sure you just inherited the business from your parents or something.
Nope. I own Travis Corporation. I'm sure you've heard of it.
There's no way.
Yes, way. I wasn't lying. I own Travis Corporation, a company well known around the world. That's why I have a black card. But I'm not one to overspend, and I don't like to wear expensive clothing. As long as what I'm wearing is comfortable, I don't care that it's not a designer label. So most people don't realize that I run a big company based on my appearance.
Why would someone rich wear such dull clothes?
I don't have to dress like someone's stereotype, but I didn't buy my suit from a fast fashion store. Once the waiter found out about who I was, he seemed nervous. You told me earlier that you prioritize your regular customers. But didn't you notice that I am one of your regulars?
I've never seen you before.
Well, I've been busy, so I hadn't come to this restaurant in a while. You must be new. I've never seen you before either.
You should have told me that you are one of our regulars. I'm sorry for shouting.
Why do I need to say that I'm a regular to get decent service? The waiter didn't know what to do. Then, a man appeared from the back of the restaurant. It was the owner of the restaurant.
Is something the matter?
No, all good. Nice to see you. How are you?
Alan, nice to have you here today.
You two know each other? Well, I do come here regularly, so I've known the owner for a long time.
We're really busy today. I'm sorry that I couldn't stop by your table sooner. I hope that our waiter is treating you well.
Actually, I explained to the owner about the waiter had treated Helen and I, I didn't want to have to do this, but I was angry with the waiter for ruining our special night. The restaurant owner became furious with the waiter when he found out how rude he had been to Helen and I. He was red in the face with anger, and the waiter became very pale in angst. Your face is blue just like your hair.
I can't believe your behavior. It's unforgivable. It's a misunderstanding. I didn't do this. I'm going to check our security footage to make sure that you're not lying to me. You'd better not have left Alan and Helen waiting for their table or food or acting disrespectful to them. Please, believe me. I'm so very sorry for the way our waiter disrespected you. We'll make sure to bring out your orders right away.
Thank you. I'm starving.
Me too. I was worried that we'd go home hungry tonight.
The waiter followed the owner to the back of the restaurant. The owner checked the security footage and came back to our table.
I checked the security footage and saw how rude our waiter was to you. I'm so sorry about this. I have no choice but to let that waiter go.
Yes, I suppose that would be the right thing to do.
He shouldn't have made assumptions about you, and he should treat every one of our customers with the respect that they deserve. He is a disgrace to this restaurant.
The waiter was fired on the spot. I think it was the right thing to do. I mean, having a rude waiter like that could really bring down the reputation of the restaurant.
I can't apologize enough for this unfortunate incident. Please, allow us to serve you your dinner on the house tonight.
You don't have to do that. We're happy to pay for our meal.
The gesture alone is enough.
The owner looked very apologetic. Actually, I do have one request. I told the owner about what I had been planning for Helen tonight. The owner smiled and left our table.
What were you two whispering about?
It's a surprise. I hope you'll like it. We were finally enjoying our meal.
I can't wait to have the dessert.
The owner carried the dessert to our table. The dessert was a beautiful cake with a message written, "Please marry me," on it. This was the surprise that I had planned for Helen. I was very happy with what the restaurant chef came up with.
Alan, what a beautiful surprise.
I wanted to propose to you today. That's why we came here. Will you marry me?
Yes, of course.
I was elated.
Congratulations!
You're crying! The owner cried happy tears for us. Thank you for your help in making this a success! Things didn't go as planned, but I was happy with the result. I was very happy to be able to propose to Helen at one of my favorite restaurants. As for that rude waiter, he had trouble finding a new job after bad rumors about him spread throughout the restaurant industry. I'm sure he could find something if he wasn't so picky, but I guess he was too proud to do any menial labor. The other day, I happened to see him come out of the unemployment office. He looked stressed out, so I guess he hasn't been able to find work yet. As for Helen and I, we visited the restaurant again.
Nice to have you here today.
We would like to have our wedding at this restaurant.
I'm grateful that you would choose our restaurant as your wedding venue. We'd be happy to accommodate you.
This restaurant is very special to us. We got engaged here, so it's the perfect place for our wedding.
And we love the food here.
We'll do our very best to make sure that you have an unforgettable wedding.
Yes, we look forward to it. We had a spectacular wedding at the restaurant. Something that we will cherish. Helen and I look back on the incident with the rude waiter, and can laugh about it now that we are happily married. And Helen and I go to that restaurant regularly as it's our special place. I'm sure that we'll be going to the restaurant for many more years to come, even after we have children together. Trouble Busters!